What's happening, gamers? I'm Kwing, and welcome to our Let's Play channel. Today we're looking at the Harley Quinn of crime, Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn. Also, we'll be looking at the regular Harley Quinn and the DLC from The Squad Harley Quinn. Now, the minifigure can be found in the Hall of Doom after completing a bunch of side quests, like having Nightwing seek therapy in 5 studs, please. So yeah, that's how you unlock Classic Harley. She'll run you about 120,000 studs. Now, her abilities for both characters consist of acrobatic abilities and wielding a big hammer. That doubles, of course, as a big figure's super strength, so she can break stuff and spin around, which is funny. She was created by Paul Dini as an offshoot character, meaning a first appearance type deal, as Joker's #1 henchwench, which parodied the whole Adam West show where Joker would have different female companions attracted to the wrong kind of man in face makeup. It was actually a joke that Dini would later place in an episode of Batman the Animated Series, where Harley Quinn is trying to get Batman not to arrest her because she was led astray, and he's like, tell me another one. Besides being Joker's sidekick slash girlfriend, Harley and Joker brought a darker, very real problem into the public eye, especially for a kid's show: abuse. Both mental and physical. The episode Mad Love really shows the psychological impact of being with an abusive individual. After being kicked out, Harley tries to kill the Batman on her own, and she almost succeeds until the Joker turns up and saves Batman, then throws her out of a window, leaving her for dead. For the most part, the episode Mad Love deals with how Harley used to be a therapist employed with Arkham Asylum. Originally, she plans on using the Joker as a catalyst to write a successful book, so she can become uber famous. What the naive interim doctor doesn't realize is the Joker starts to analyze and corrupt her from within by telling her fake sob stories about his past so that she'll basically sympathize with him. Eventually, she dons a costume and takes the name Harley Quinn, like the clown, and becomes Joker's #1 gal, unaware that he manipulated her from the very beginning. After her flashback ends in the episode, Harley convinces herself that the Joker is a tortured soul crying out for love and acceptance. You know, kind of like a kid who's throwing a tantrum to get attention. So Joker's antics are to make people laugh. In a sense, he does with the Joker gas, they just don't come back from that. So he's not some crazed killer or homicidal maniac, he's just some guy trying to make the world laugh. It's all the self-righteous Batman's fault who arrives to punish Joker all the time and is the reason for Joker's bad behavior. That's pretty much Harley's character. However, Harley has a lot of layers, like an onion. The ongoing issues with the Joker plays a minor role in the character itself. She can branch out on her own just as well, and has in the animated series. She actually becomes really good friends with Poison Ivy, and their relationship carried over to mainstream comics as well. She and Ivy team up occasionally and commit non-lethal crimes, mostly just robbing banks and trying to hide from Johnny Law. She also tries to go straight on more than one occasion and helps Batman and Robin try to prevent Joker from nuking Gotham. To be honest, Harley Quinn, the animated version, is one of my favorite characters, and I love the fact that she's still around during the events of Batman Beyond, which is the continuation of the DC animated universe. We learn that Harley actually gets married, has kids of her own, and becomes a grandmother to the 2 Harley Quinn clones that hang out with Joker in the Return of the Joker movie. As for what the comics did with her, well, I'm not really a fan of all the changes. Harley is not the fun-loving gal that was led astray by bad companions in the show. She's actually a cold-blooded killer, just like the Joker, and there's nothing really funny about her. Her first appearance was around the same time of No Man's Land, where Gotham is falling apart because of an earthquake. And she, of course, meets the Joker, and well, you know her origin. But the comics added another layer to Harley. She was actually born in Brooklyn, New York, and came from a Jewish family. Her father was actually a con artist who ended up in jail for embezzling funds, and her brother is a deadbeat dreamer who wants to be a rock star but doesn't get a job. Her mother just wants her daughter to become a successful doctor so she can take care of the rest of the family and she doesn't have to work 3 jobs anymore. Doesn't really matter what Harley wants to do, the mother just wants a better life. For a time, though, Harley's life is actually pretty decent. She met a young man who was majoring in psychology in college, and they had a great relationship until he ended up being killed at the hands of the Joker. hence Harley's obsession with the Joker to try to understand why he did that. However, Harley Quinn in the comics has an inner struggle between good and evil that we see a lot. Even into the New 52, she's known to show people mercy and compassion at times, even going as far to dial 911 if things get too serious or someone gets really hurt, and not kill off one of Batman's partners. In the pre-52 universe, she and Ivy and Catwoman also form the Gotham City Sirens, I believe it's called, and right before Flashpoint, all three are really good friends and working together on the side of goodness. Except Harley eventually snaps and betrays the team to kill Joker in Arkham Asylum, and then Flashpoint happens. As for the New 52, Harley is insane and part of the Suicide Squad. She leaves the Joker for Deadshot, and they have a thing which, yeah. After leaving the Suicide Squad around the time of Death of the Family, I believe, with the Joker's return messing with Batman and things like that, she ends up becoming a full anti-hero and gets her own comic book. What's interesting about the New 52 is Harley's secret identity is not known in public knowledge. She wears white makeup and really sleazy outfits, and then the next day she shows up for work as a shrink. I know, right? She's also best friends with Ivy, and in this universe has dated Bruce Wayne. Now, I don't know what role Harley will play in Convergence or DC's soft reboot this summer, but for me, Harley Quinn was always the bestest in the Timverse. That doesn't really make sense, but I love Harley in the Timverse, okay? The character has made a few TV appearances in the Batman and Brave and the Bold, but I didn't really like how she was portrayed in those two shows. And well, I think that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for watching another LEGO Batman 3 lore video. In the comment section below, tell me who you would like to see next, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Don't forget to like for Harley, and I'll see you next time. God bless and happy gaming.